In this series of videos, we're going to look at the multi-wall approach, which is Beck's standard for modeling exterior walls and interior walls. We're going to start and we'll go through each wall type and why we recommend to work this way. So first, we're going to start with an exterior backup wall. So the EXT walls are exterior walls, and you will see as you look at them, they contain either just gypsum, which would be the sheathing. This is going from exterior to interior. So these walls are just that, no interior finish. Then this one, so the most common probably in a metal framed building are these two here, or these three, a 6-inch metal stud with gypsum on both sides. And then as you look down, this would have two layers of gypboard on the inside. Maybe that's a rated exterior wall. And then these have cement board on the inside, but these are all exterior wall types. And then we'll also look at if you have CMU or concrete as a exterior wall assembly. So, but let's start with the metal stud and we'll work our way through this. So this is probably the most common, a 6-inch metal stud with exterior sheathing. I would recommend, so I started drawing right away, but you see that wall center line's chosen. Typically when you lay these out, you'd want to lay them out from the finish face exterior. That's going to be the exterior face of sheathing. So let's build a little corner over here to illustrate this. So I'm going to switch to thin line so you can see. So remember that this is the exterior side of the wall. If we look at the assembly, you will see that there's a vapor retarder, the gyp glass mat faced exterior sheathing, the metal stud layer, and the inside. So you can draw with this. And then your second piece would be your exterior finish wall. So let's say we want a rain screen here. So I'm going to go out to our Unify rain screen wall, and here's a exterior 2 3/4 rain screen. We'll pick this guy, load it in. Now your exterior finish, you'll see is called finish. So all our finish walls grouped together. It's exterior, EXT. You denote the overall size. So this is this rain screen system, the vertical attachment and the horizontal and the size of the member are built into it. So you can see that there's a vertical runner that's going to go against the sheathing. Then working out from there, there's a horizontal rail, and then there's the actual rain screen finish. So we say okay to that. Now with a wall that's an exterior finish, you want to draw it from the finish face interior, which means that's going to sink right up on top of my exterior sheathing. And we'll go out to here, and we'll go out to here. So pretty simple, right? You may ask the question, well, why don't we just build that into that? And that's a great question. If you watch the design videos, I say exactly to do that in early design. But what actually happens as you work on a building is rarely is this finish have the same extents of the backup wall, right? Typically a backup wall will go from level to level, level to level, level to level. The finish may go all the way up. So this will have different extents than this. And the best way to deal with that and accurately model is to have these as two separate walls. So that's why. And the other reason was, well, what if you have multiple finishes? So let's say we have some brick over here. So we'll look at, or some metal panel. So if we want some metal panel over in this area, we can draw that, and we can use our cut and cut this out of this. Oh, wrong way. I always do that wrong. Cut this out of this. So this, you would have to have a wall type that's your finish wall with each backup type. And let's say you get to a column. Let's place a concrete column over here. So let's say there's a concrete column. Oh, concrete columns go down. Let's change it to height. So we'll place a column here. All right. So there are locations where something's going to change. So let's say this goes to here. Your finish is going to go across, right? But you actually need a different wall type across here. So this would be one of our exterior gyp metal stud walls. So one of these, maybe you just need a little piece of furring here, and we'll say finish face exterior, right? And that's something that's going to go to your backup. Now, you don't want to predict every different kind of backup that you'll need for your finish. So it's less wall types to have separate finish walls from there, and it gives you tremendous flexibility. The other thing it lets you do is when you come to an end, let's say this is the end of our building, and we bring this down, and maybe this finish only returns a little bit, you can do that, right? You can create similar, and we can come and just have that stop. So we have a whole lot more flexibility. Otherwise, you'd have this wall type, and you'd have to split it here and change it to another wall type. So that's your backup wall and your exterior finish wall. So what if you had this as a CMU wall? But you still want, so let's make these both CMU. So, but now you need gypsum board on the inside. Well, that brings into play our interior finish, or I'm sorry, interior furring wall. So we're going to go back up to our wall type, and we're going to look for what's called an A wall type, int A. And you will see we have, these are metal stud and gyp on the inside. And you may need different sizes of these. So here's so an A3, A2 is a 2.5-inch metal stud plus 5/8 gyp, so the overall thickness is 3 1/8. This is just 7/8 furring with 5/8. So let's say this is a little room you can put, and you don't have any electrical boxes or anything. So here, this is going to be modeled finish face exterior, and we can come right across here. And then let's say on this wall, though, you have exterior boxes, we can create similar and choose a 3 metal stud gyp and take it from this point on as far as it goes. So you can start to see how flexible that is. So you get to this column, and let's say you need to wrap it. You can take that same 3 5/8 wall and put it wherever you want. This would all be really difficult trying to combine all these into one wall type. So I hope that makes sense to you on why we use the multi-wall approach. I should point out some of the challenges with it. So let's talk about challenges in the next video to keep these a little bit short.